In this particular course, we will go through different chords in different position on the neck. So the purpose for this course is getting to know in any part of the neck, and I divided the neck into 5 positions, getting to know, like I said, different chord shapes. For this study, I've chosen there will never be another U. So we're going to analyze any of these 5 shapes using this particular song. For this particular etude, I'm going to use the thumb because I really like the sound. Sometimes I love to use the thumb, to get in this kind of a old school kind of sound, for jazz. But you can also try, with finger as well. Right, so it depends, it's up to you. Just a matter of different kind of sound, it's more warm, kind of a different sound with fingers. Let's analyze the first position. So this is kind of a E flat over B flat, so very common chord. And then you have D minor 7 flat 5, G7 altered, right? So G7 sharp 5 into C minor at 11, and then B flat at 11, okay? And then E flat 9 into A flat 6 9, right? Then into this very nice D flat 7 at 13, very used, right? And then back to the first one, right? So this is kind of a E flat major 7, but eventually you can consider this as a B flat over E, right? So kind of a triad, see? B flat major over E, right? And then into C minor 11, right? And then we go into this kind of a stretch one that is F7 at 13, see? Right? So really like that one. Kind of a stretch one. So to do that, I recommend to try to kind of change your left hand position, see? See how I do that? Yeah. So you don't have to, practice this chord. Eventually you can use, of course, the regular F714 here. That is pretty nice, very used. But I also like this because you have the E flat on the bass, right? So the minor 7, it sounds like this. It's a pretty nice one. And then the F minor 7, this one coming from the drop 2, right? So if you know the basic inversion for F minor is this. And then I'm gonna have B flat 7 flat 5, right? And back to the 1, right? So this is the first position shape. And then I wrote down the turnaround because you have the turnaround in this particular song. And so staying in this first shape, we have the A minor 7 flat 5, so really standard chord to know. The D7 sharp 9, okay, again to the 1. Then you have the A flat 7 sharp 11, then G7 sharp 5 sharp 9, and here again this formula to play the C7. In this case, actually this become C7 sharp 5 and sharp 9. So really, very very stretchy chord. But eventually you can play the real standard Hendrix chord, the C7 sharp 9 that I pretty like. And so if you want to try that, go for it. And then you have again F minor, B flat 7, flat 9 of course, and E flat major 7 or B flat major over E flat, right? So if you play the melody, you try do do bo 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 do do do, try do do bo do bo 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 do do do, say do we bo 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 we bo do do dwe do 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 dwe do we bo. Here comes B, the F714, and then F minor 7, B flat 7, and back to this. And the turnaround, we to bo we wo we wo. See? So here you get this C, right? So the C7, the stretchy one. So you can of course replace this chord with this one, right? So the same. So the second position start here from E flat major 7, really basic drop 2 chord, right? So 1, again into D minor 7 flat 5, and now for the G7, I play this often. Often I play this like this with the G, but now without the root, kind of a rootless voicing with the G on the bass. Really sounds like a G7 sharp 5 sharp 9, because you have to see, okay, I have the sharp 9 on the top here. Okay, so it's actually coming from this. So I just have to remember, okay, this is the sharp 9, so I go here with the first finger and then have to remember this particular shape. So again, do 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 ba 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 ba. See this? Okay, and then go to the regular C minor 7 11, and then into B flat minor 7, drop 3, regular, E flat 9, and then into the, here I replace the basic A flat drop 3 with the first version, so with the C on the bass, and going into the D flat 9 chord here, really basic one. So back to the 1, E flat major 7 to C minor 11, and then here you have another one that maybe it's not good to know. It's an F7 13. You can also play it like this. I really like this chord for the blues, you know. Okay, so it kind of you have the root on the top, right, on the second string up here. Okay, you can also play it like this with a bar, so as you prefer. And then from here we go to F minor again, and then to B flat 7, and maybe I can add the flat 9 on top, right? Okay, so sounds pretty nice also in this particular position. Let's see the turnaround. Okay, the turnaround start with the A minor 7 flat 5, so this one, right? But we want to stay in this particular area, so I wrote down the first version, of course, so this one. So kind of a A minor 7 flat 5 with a C on the bottom, right? And then into the D7 flat 9, so still stay here, just like this, 1 and 2, right? Sounds really nice. And then back to the 1. And then again, here we have the A flat 7 add 13, so the stretching one, right? So starting from here now. So to play this chord, we have to know, okay, this is the A flat, so I want to start from the minor 7, so just go down and whole step and play this particular A flat 7 add 13, pretty nice one, really stretchy. Of course, you can play this one if you, right, kind of have the same sound. So again, from here, A flat 7 add 14, and again G7 sharp 5 sharp 9, remember coming from this one, remember the sharp 9 on the top, and play this, and then C7 flat 9, and here just play the diminished, right? So here is the C7 flat 9 chord, right? So we can think of that like playing, okay, from the major third a diminished chord. Okay, this is the formula. And then to F minor, B flat 7 13, really regular, and back to the 1. Let's try the third position from here. And this one comes from the basic, you know, E flat major. Just, you know, going up and finally get into this. So E flat major 7 into D minor 7 flat 5. I use, of course, an inversion, right? If you know D minor 7 flat 5 up here, just go down, and you have this with the 7 on the bottom. So do do bo do bo do dee dee do do, and it is perfect to play the diminish here, right? So G7 flat 9 to C minor 7 to B flat minor 7, right? It's a good idea to sing, of course, the melody a little bit. Do 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 dee dee do do. So do do bo do bo do dee dee do 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 bo do bo do bo do do do. We go into this B flat minor 7. Okay, so the melody sometimes doesn't match, you know, the melody there is on the top with the chord, of course. But it doesn't matter because you can use this chord maybe when you come. So let's go again through E flat major 7, D minor 7 flat 5, G7 flat 9 into C minor, B flat. This is another great one. B flat minor 11 kind of. And then E flat 7 flat 9 here, I play this. So you have the, you know, the E flat, it's a rootless voicing. into A flat, really basic, you know, like the first we did here, so same here. So we can see this as D flat major over A flat, alright? To D flat 13, and for D flat 13, it's a kind of a F minor 7 flat 5 actually, really, you know, but becoming D flat 13 is a very common substitution, right? Alright, so the D flat is here, right? If you think about F minor 7 flat 5, you're gonna see that you have kind of the same note here, see? So D flat 7, 13, back to E flat major 7, to C minor, and then F7 add 13, and for this one, again, I play this one, okay? So this is coming from A minor 7 flat 5, right? But functioning as F7 13, so it's another substitution for that chord. And then you're gonna have F minor, see? And then again, B flat 7, sharp 5, sharp 9, but instead of playing this, very chill pass chord, very regular one, I play this one. So, you know, so you're gonna have, okay, see, this is sharp 9, great, so I'm gonna play the sharp 9 up here, great, and you kind of resolve back into the 1. So if you play a tempo, maybe F minor, B flat, and to the 1. Okay, for the turnaround, we play A minor 7 flat 5 here. And then this is another great substitution for the D7, okay, etude chord. So you want to play this particular chord that, if you see it like this, is actually an F, you know, a major 7 sharp 11 chord, but with the D on the bass really sounds as a D7 sharp 5 sharp 9. So this is a great substitution to know. So 1, 2, 3, 4 to the D, right? 7. Okay, this is the turnaround section. Back to the 1 to E flat major 7 to, again, this one, A flat 13. So remember that F. So remember where's the root? Okay, it's here. So I'll play A flat 7 here, G7 sharp 9, and here C7 flat 9. So remember this diminished. So this functioning as a C, of course, 7 flat 9, but you know, you can do that also like this, so you can move in minor third up here, right? So this so this become C7 flat 9 starting with the G, right? And then again to F minor, and same as we did with the B flat 7. So remember this, okay? I play this and resolve, right? So from the A minor 7 flat 5, D7 to the 1, A flat 7 to G, 7 sharp 9 into C7 flat 9, the 2, the 5, and back to the 1. Let's go through position number 4, that is up here. Okay, this one could be a little bit tricky because frets are little up here, right? So you have to just pay more attention and try to play clearly the chord. So let's go through this. E flat major 7 into D minor 7 flat 5, and I'll play an inversion for that, to G7 flat 9. This is pretty nice, see, because just need to do this. So the C goes to B natural, and then C minor we go up here. Okay, it's kind of a note voice leading, but it doesn't matter because we want to really cover this position here, right? So 1, 2, I'll play the melody a bit. See, so do 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 ba do 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 do. Very simple. B flat minor 9, right? Into B flat 7 sharp 5, or you can also play regular add 13 into the 1, 2, we do do do, and here we get again. So think, where's the D flat here? Okay, so we go down and play the stretchy chord here. Okay, into the 1 again. So these are D flat 13, right? So this is a D flat 13 chord to the 1 again. Okay, C minor, and F7 13. I play this. Of course, you can play this one as well. Sounds the same, okay, the 13, F7, 13. And then F minor 11, very basic, okay. So pay attention up here if you can really understand clearly any of these notes. And then you have B flat 7. I really love this passage. It's like F minor 11 into B flat 7, a sharp 11 actually, no? But you have the E at the bottom because the E becoming the sharp 11 for B flat, see? Alright, so this kind of passage is 2, 5, okay, and back to the 1. For the turnaround, I wrote down A minor 7 flat 5 up here, so just the A in this 3 note. I love this voicing. So if you play with the thumb, you have to pay attention. You have to muting this string, right? So, and then for D7, it's great to play just a diminished up here, starting on the A, right? Back to the 1, okay? So one more time from A, minor 7 flat 5, D diminished, and back to the 1, okay? And then we have A flat 7 at 13, and for this particular chord, you know, I just wrote down the basic, you know, A flat 7 13 that we already did down here, remember? So A flat 7 13 chord to G7 sharp 9 chord, very common one. And then again, same C7 sharp 5 sharp 9. See the pinky here, so you just change position and you get the sound of the C7 sharp 5 sharp 9. So 1, you play this. So try to follow the PDF that comes with this lesson, so you can see really close what we're doing. So C7 up here, okay. Then we go to F minor 11, okay, to B flat 7 sharp 11. So like I said, so 1, the 2 5 actually 2 5 and back to the 1. Okay, let's go through the 5 position and the last one, and starting from up here, E flat major, and you can also try it, of course, down here for some of these chords. So let's give it a try up here. I really love the sound of the I register on the guitar. So E flat major 7, going into D minor 7 flat 5, really basic chord, right? It's always a good idea to replay the melody a little bit, right? So when you play this chord, so you can really hear how they sound. So G7 flat 9, of course, is coming from the diminished one, right? You know, so it's here, starting from the D, right? So the G7 flat 9, so again, you can also play it down here, see? See? It's pretty nice. And then going into C minor 7, so I can also play here. B flat minor, really regular one, to E flat 7 sharp 9. So again, coming from this, remember that? See the pinky, right? So play this, and finally this resolved to A flat major. So from the top sounds like do do bo do bo do 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 bo do bo do 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 do. See, E flat 7, sharp 5, sharp 9, and then into A flat major 7. So this comes from, of course, regular drop 3, right? So you know, so with the E flat on the bottom, and then D flat 13. You can also play this one here. Alright, so this one comes from this, right? The 9, but just starting from the 7. Kind of a different sound. I pretty like that. So it's kind of a substitution, right? And back to the 1 here. Okay, and then again C minor. You can also play down here, of course, and then F13 or up here. And then F drop 3, really basic one. You can also play just a barring here, right? And here, of course, really basic one. So this one comes from the basic Hendrix chord, the sharp 9 chord, with a sharp 5 on the top as well. So you have just 2 barring also with a pinky, the 14th fret. All right. Alright, so let's go through the turnaround, and for the turnaround I play this basic A minor 7 flat 5 up here. Okay, for the D7 altered chord, kind of the same shape here, see? So this one. You can play down here so you can see maybe much more clearly. So here's the D, right? So I play this chord like this sometimes, you know, kind of having the sound with sharp 5, sharp 9 chord, but up here without the root sounds great. So M on 7 flat 5, this one, back to E flat major 7 again, really simple one, you know, coming from this. M on 7 flat 5, D7 alternate chord, right? Sharp 5, sharp 9, and back to the 1. So we can play also down here, as you know. And then we have A flat 7 at 14 that happen to be the same shape as this one, right? So, but here functioning as A flat at 14, so you can play up here, see, or down here, but really functioning as a A flat 7 14. So this particular chord you probably know. And then you have G7 sharp 5 sharp 9. I can play this, but up here, of course. Okay, so this, you know, we can consider this as a B major 7 sharp 11, you know, but with the G on the bottom sounds and functioning as a G7, a sharp 5 and sharp 9. So very, very common device. Sometimes I play this and I just add the thumb, you know, with the G, you know, really like that. Then we have C7 sharp 9, the Andrews chord, then F9, you can play also down here, and then we have B flat 7 sharp 5 sharp 9, but you can either play the diminished, but it's pretty, now coming from this, right, and resolving again into E flat major 7. All right. Pretty dense, right? Pretty a lot of chords. But if you're a jazz kind of player, you probably know all the basic shape, right? So the drop 2, the 3. So with this particular study, you're getting to know also these other extra chords you can add. So I would suggest to try all this material using a metronome or just with a rubato fashion like we did in this particular video. And eventually you want to use all the material in this particular song or any song that has this kind of chords. So, you know, it's a good idea also go with the rubato, right? So just try all this chord and see if you can really understand how they relate to each other, and eventually also jump from a position to the other one. Like I said, maybe from here, you know, you go, see? So C minor, B flat minor, right? Then E flat into A flat, and perhaps I'll play here. See? Yeah, so try to experiment and try to see if you can really play all this chord and eventually, you know, use some other, you know. So maybe I'm here, I play C minor, B flat minor 7, see, E flat 9 into the 1, maybe play second version, maybe play this, you know, the D flat 7 at 13, and to the 1. See? Then I play F7 13, stay for 2 bars, F minor, back to the 1. See? So this kind of a process. Alright, so I hope you enjoy this material and try to play them all around and have fun with them.